So we have Andrade versus Sin Cara, and they have Zelina come out, and she got the what treatment. They did not consider her a Hall of Famer. And they show a El Paso Strong tweet from Sin Cara early this year, put him over as having one of the biggest hearts in WWE. I actually like this because finally someone's telling me something about this Sin Cara fella. That was a positive.
Yeah, I thought it was really cute that when Sin Cara was like being honored, that his son was dressed like him in a freaking Sin Cara mask.
Yes.
While they were honoring him for being one of the first responders, I guess, to was it the El Paso shooting?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So now they worked really hard and they had a pretty good match, and it went through a commercial and it was long.
They did work hard. You know what? It's weird. I mean, Sin Cara did. It was like what was different in this match, and really, I think this was a theme through the show. Is you know how in WWE they kind of do this that I guess like the watered down style and kind of keep guys from doing the match that they would probably want to do on their own. And it's like Ricochet and McIntyre felt very close to the match that they would do if they were not in WWE. It wasn't exactly. I think that they would still have done, well, for sure they'd have done more. But they did a really good match. And in this case with Andrade and Sin Cara did so much more. You know, whether that's good or bad, I don't know. Because the weird thing is that like for another audience, because he did so much, I think he would have gotten him over. But this audience is so mentally geared towards the idea that Sin Cara is a job guy that it doesn't matter what he does. Like that's
my whole point about this whole show that I thought about when I watched this match. Paul Heyman is climbing this mountain that like goes straight up, and you can never get to the top of it. Because obviously
that's a great analogy for the
first time ever.
Yeah, it's a great analogy.
He's got to get these guys over, but this audience has been conditioned for decades.
Yep, for decades. The only thing that matters is star power, and doesn't matter what you do.
Yes, and he's got this match here on Andrade Sin Cara, and they go out there and they get time and they have a good match. But I'm just watching this going,
and it felt
this
too long,
is gonna die.
Well,
it's Sin Cara out here that they have treated like a geek for years and years and years. He's running around after the 24/7 title or whatever stupid stuff he's doing.
He was doing that at one point.
And so when you do a match like this, like all these WWE fans are going to think is, why am I watching this match, and why can't Andrade beat this guy in like 2 minutes? Like, why is this match going through a commercial break? Why? And it's like, you can't win.
I know, because they've trained you for star power and not for action. And I mean, I remember it's always like that, because when guys from here would do tryout matches, this is back in the WCW WWF days. I remember like it was always like if you did a tryout match at a WCW show, all you had to do was go out there and have a good match, and the people would like it. And if you did a tryout in the WWF show, you were just doomed. They're just like, they don't know who you are. And you can do anything and everything, and they just don't know who you are. And, it was, and you remember in the Nitro days, you would have two prelim guys that would go out there, like the luchadors that were just the ones that were never pushed. And if they would go out there and just have enough time to have a great match, they'd have a great match, and the people would understand they did. You do the same thing when in WWF, where you had two guys who were not being pushed, who went out there and had a great match, and it was just like they wouldn't get a reaction. So yeah, this was I mean, and really, I think that Rollins and Humberto Carrillo was a lot like that too. But they're not, I mean...
But at least Humberto Carrillo's like a brand new guy that 95% of the audience that doesn't watch 205 Live has never even seen before. This is Sin Cara, who has been a jobber forever. Going 50-50 with Andrade for 12 minutes on TV.
He went more than 50-50. He pretty much took almost the whole match. Andrade gave him everything. Dives, flips, all this stuff. And yeah, if this match was like on somewhere else, people would be saying it's a really good match. I did think like there's something about Sin Cara. I don't know if it was a little bit slow. But there was something when I was watching it where I didn't really think it was that good, but he was sure trying hard, but he wasn't getting any, but yeah, in the back of my mind, I'm just sitting there going like, no matter what he does, it's going to be to these people is once it got past probably the 5 to 6 minute mark, it was like, okay, let's move on. And it doesn't matter what he's doing. We've already seen enough of him. And that's a real unfortunate thing, but that is the reality of it. Yes.
Well, I liked the match, but it was asking a lot of this audience.